Hi, welcome to Speaking in Your Basement. I've got Napoleon Hill here with me. And I've been looking at quotes. If you've been following my IG, I've been reading through this little quotes through Think and Grow Rich and my stories on IG. The end of one goes like this. This book was written for those who seek the rules that have made others successful and are willing to stake everything on those rules. Willing to stake everything on those rules. Total commitment. That's interesting. There's another interesting quote later in the same chapter, still talking about applying the principles. You can put them to work for your own enduring benefit. Then it says, you will find it easy, not hard to do. You will find it easy, not hard to do. Now that flies in the face of most of what I've learned. I'm used to thinking, oh, it's going to be hard work. It's going to be well worth the reward, because not only do you learn to work harder, you also get, the satisfaction and the payoff of hard work. But there's been times where it's been oddly easy. And I think that's best illustrated in the second chapter. There's a classic story in the second chapter about the leader who leads his men to fight in another country. There's a war going on. He leads his men to fight in another country. They have to sail over there. And then when they get there, he has all the boats burned. He lets the men watch as he burns the boats. And he tells them, now you know what the situation is. The boats are gone. We either win or we perish. They won. So in what sense is it hard? In what sense is it easy? Well, it's probably very hard to be ready to go to war in the first place. Probably very hard to sail to that enemy country knowing that you're going to be fighting a war there on their home ground, so to speak. They have home field advantage. And it's immensely hard to burn your boats, to burn your escape route. But once you do that, once it's gone, now you're completely committed. At that point, when you're completely committed, it's no longer difficult. It's easy. And, you could argue in that situation, in the actual combat situation, I'm sure things like that have been done where they haven't won. But they undoubtedly fought as hard as they could possibly fight, where in virtually any other scenario, there'd always be that little bit of them that wanted to retreat. They wanted to cut their losses and run. And although this isn't combat very frequently in the modern era, at least in the developed world, how often do you get to the place where there's no possibility of cutting your losses and running? You're completely committed. Because I think if you find that place, you're going to find a place where applying the new principles, learning the new thing, building the business, losing the weight, whatever else it is for you, you're going to find a place where it's easier. As we've mentioned before, doing this completely, I don't want to talk too much about it because I only know one area where I might have done it. And we'll save that story for another day. But to do it in a small way. It's weird, but I think most people have to ease their way into total commitment. So to do it in that small way, you just commit a few minutes a day. That's time you're not going to get back. That's a piece of your life. You are staking something important on anything you decide to build into a daily habit, like your speaking practice or your relaxation practice or whatever else it is for you. Those few minutes you take every day are a piece of your life you won't get back. And if you're willing to stake that on your ability to learn, your ability to grow, your ability to find something incredibly interesting in this practice that you're building into your daily life, if you will stake your life on it, even this small little piece, you'll get results. I'm Ben Langley. Thanks very much for spending some time with me today. We will talk again soon.